Good evening. We're going to get started right away. Thank you all for being here. I'm Mrs. Murphy, for those of you who don't know, and I'm the orchestra teacher at Larson. And I am so pleased that we don't fit at Larson very well anymore, so we get to come here and perform, at least for this first concert. So really enjoy it, cushy seats and all, because sorry, the next concert's in the gym. But that's all right. Way to kick off the year. In front of you, we have all 91 of our 6th grade orchestra students on stage. Let's hear it for them. This is the largest 6th grade group that Larson has had. So large that we had to divide the groups into 3 different classes. So there's approximately 30 in each class. We practice separately 3 different hours of the day, more or less. And we have come together 2 times, once last week and once today, where all of them came together and did a rehearsal. And they're doing a really nice job. We just work on the same things in each of the classes. If you think about, just take a moment and think if you can remember how they sounded in June or May when you last heard them play. Think about that. Think a little further back and think 1 year ago today. Or maybe you don't want to think about that, I don't know. But, you know, they were just getting used to their instruments. They may have been just learning how to put fingers and the bow together on the string. And I am just amazed at what they're able to do. And tonight we're going to show you. So the first piece that we're going to play for you, it's called Sourwood Mountain. It's a fiddle tune. And I taught it to them first because I wanted them to learn to play with good positions, to get good tone quality. And just get used to playing together as a group. So this is a unison tune. They're all playing the same exact thing. And this is Sourwood Mountain. Festive and all. All right, so next, after we got going and playing music together and working on our ensemble skills, the next thing is we needed to address reading music. They did get a little bit of this in 5th grade, but some people felt more comfortable than others, and they're still getting comfortable reading the notes on the page and the rhythms. So we took a piece called Royal Promenade, and this is what I think really helped them to gain a little more confidence in identifying notes on the staff and being able to play. So this is Royal Promenade. And it also gave them some practice playing in different parts. So not all the sections are playing the same thing, and they're not all playing at the same time. This next piece, I'm really impressed with how they've handled it. It's definitely the most difficult piece we have played for so many different reasons. There's more intricate rhythms that they've had to learn how to count and how to play. And not only are they doing that, they're doing it at the same time that another group is playing a different complicated rhythm. And I'm learning how to play together and listen and knowing how the parts fit together. They've really done an awesome job with this. This is called With a Vengeance. Before we play our last piece, I just want to take a minute, give these guys a chance to rest, breathe, relax your muscles. You guys did awesome. I want to make sure I take the time to thank some people, because trying to get 200 string players together to perform tonight was, I couldn't have done it by myself. And so there were so many people who helped behind the scenes, and I want to make sure that I thank them. And also with the weather the way it is, and you might have noticed, with the change of the weather comes the in and out of tune of the stringed instruments, and so they're exceptionally hard to tune these days. So we have our incredible Miss Van Isinga, stand up Miss Van Isinga. She is one of the elementary teachers. And if you don't remember, she is one of the 2 teachers who started these fabulous 6th graders last year in 5th grade. So we're so pleased that she was able to come and help us tonight. I don't know what I would do without you. And then we also have another, all right, Trinity, I'm going to forget your last name again. But all right, Trinity, stand up because you need to. Trinity is a student teacher. She actually just graduated from Oakland University. She's student taught over at Baker and Smith. And again, she's been here since before the students started showing up, and also helped me with tuning. So without them, I don't know what I could have done. And in addition to that, if you think that's not enough, because it really wasn't, but it was awesome, is we had a bunch of high school students, and I'm sure they're not here, but maybe if you cheer really loud, they'll hear you somewhere. But I had at least a dozen high school students who came and helped tune tonight as well. So cheer really loud in case they're in the building. All right, I don't want to go on and on, but I can't tell you how pleased I am to have the support of so many people, our administrators at Larson, with helping facilitate having this number of classes so that I can give the attention that I need to the students and help them along in their process, helping with scheduling, helping me make sure that I can meet with them together. And I couldn't do that without them. And in addition, I'll just put it all together. I also want to, I know he's not here because he had a concert last night, but our band teacher, Mr. Holt, gave up his room numerous times so that I could meet with all of the 7th graders and all of the 6th graders, since his floor is flat and we can fit and ours isn't. And so we don't fit that many people. So again, he does live in Troy, so if you cheer loud enough, maybe he'll hear you. But I really want to thank publicly our administrators and Mr. Holt for all their support. So cheer. Okay, and I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but I cannot go without, and you'll see his fancy work later today too. But we have our theater manager over here, Mr. Gino Mancella, who is here helping me set up this and making sure I've got chairs and lights and microphone and everything that's working. And then he also records this so that if anybody at home missed it and couldn't make it tonight, you should be able to find a link through the theater department, and I can get that link out to the students and make sure that if you want to watch it again, because it's so awesome, you can also do that. Okay, so thank you very much, Gino, for all of your help and your support as well. All right, they are rested and ready for their last tune. We wanted to play a little holiday music for you, so this is a holiday remix. I keep calling it wrong. So this is a remix, holiday remix. Put your pins in. Cellos, hold up for a minute. Cellos, when you come out here. You don't need to go around. Go ahead, sir. Throw. If you're ready, cellos, you can come up.
While we are waiting for Larson to set up, I have received a lost driver's license. The last name is spelled D-E-N-G. If you are here this evening, please come to the soundboard. Thank you.
It's so nice when they learn how to tune their own instruments, which you did witness. Now, that doesn't say that they know how to tune it when it's really, really out of tune yet, but they are able to refine it, use their fine tuners, and get it pretty close. So that's one thing that we've been working a lot on with this group. These are our 7th graders, and for the first time ever at Larson, we have 2 sections of 7th grade orchestra. There are 70 of them, and they do not fit in one room. So we have split this group into 2. They meet first and third hour, and then we have come together twice and put our pieces together for this performance. So it's really exciting that we have such a wonderful, big, thriving program, and I hope it continues to thrive. Before we get started, there is one more person I wanted to thank, and I'm so sorry I didn't say it earlier, but this is kind of fitting. So, Mr. Toll, where are you, Mr. Toll? Where are you? Where are you? I know you're here. Okay. Oh, he's way back over there. So he's a teacher over at Larson. If you didn't know that, he's like an awesome teacher, and he has a daughter in our 7th grade orchestra. And I said, "Hey, Mr. Toll, can you come a little early and help me out?" Just like he knows the students. It's nice to have a friendly, familiar face here, helping kind of get everybody put together before the class, so before the concert. So thank you, Mr. Toll, for all of your help. Give him a big round of applause. All right, so we're going to get on with our program. Our chamber orchestra, our 7th grade chamber orchestra, has 4 tunes for you. The first one, it was the first piece that we learned this year. It starts kind of slow and a little softer. It's called "Enduring the Storm." So as you listen to it, hopefully you can picture a storm rolling in, and as the storm rolls in and things kind of heat up a little bit and things get a little bit more intense, that is what we're really working on this year in chamber orchestra, is not only learning a lot of new skills, but creating mood in what we're playing. So here is "Enduring the Storm." So this next piece is called Fandango, and just and for those of you who maybe know a little bit musically how things are different and how things sound, this piece was very new in a lot of different ways. So we're playing in what we call 3/4 time, so that it's a different kind of a feel instead of our typical 4. And there's a lot of featured sections, and we had to learn how to accompany so that we don't always play as loud as we want. We have to be sensitive to what's going on around us. So this is a fun little kind of Spanish flair of a piece called Fandango. So this next tune, kind of short and fun. There are actually 2 very familiar tunes kind of hidden in these. One I think you're going to pick up really quickly. And for the very maybe musically trained ear, you might pick up the other one. So let's see after this piece if you can pick out the 2 tunes that you may recognize. Okay, did anybody recognize at least one of them? Okay, wait, raise your hand if you recognize at least one of them. Okay, oh, a lot of sixth graders. All right, what do you think? Yes. Wasn't Mary Had a Little Lamb? Close. What is it? I can't even see who you are. Row, row, row your boat. How many people heard row, row, row your boat? Okay, that one was the obvious one. Did anyone catch the other one? Okay, cellos, I'm going to make you play it. Wait. Oh, they're all getting ready for the next one. You got time. Cellos, can you play it for them? We're going to see if anyone recognizes this. Okay, do you know what I'm talking about? What measure? 21. It's just in the cello section. Okay, ready? Cellos, are ready? Okay. Listen carefully. This is a tough one. 1, 2, ready, go. Anybody? It's a very famous tune. I'll give you a hint. It's by a very famous composer, Tchaikovsky. Okay, nobody yet? All right, I got another hint for you. It is often played around the 4th of July. Nobody yet? Okay, wait, I got another one. All right, one more, just so you can test yourself. The other one is it involves cannons. Okay, all right. You know what it is? All right, it's the 1812 Overture. How many people have ever heard of that name? Okay, it's okay if you haven't, no problem. But I encourage you all to go home now. Not now, don't go home yet, okay? Go home later and look up Tchaikovsky 1812 Overture, and I bet when you hear the whole entire thing, you're gonna say, oh yeah, I recognize that one. There are truly live cannons in it. Okay, don't worry, they don't hurt anybody, okay? All right, so I think we have a guest conductor for this one, and I don't see the guest conductor, so give me just a minute. It might take 30 seconds, maybe a minute, but just hold tight. All right, so for our final group, this is our advanced orchestra. It is comprised of mostly eighth graders with a few seventh graders as well are playing with us. And as you'll notice, as we progress through our grade levels, the music is getting a little bit more intricate. It's getting the pieces are getting a little bit longer. We're asking them to do a lot more technical skills that we just keep building on. We're talking about musical phrasing, and this group in particular is getting ready for their next performance. Is when they perform at what we call Orchestra Festival, and they prepare pieces and they play for judges, and then they're given feedback and a rating based on their performance. So we really are starting to talk about how to play with a little bit more maturity. So the pieces are getting pretty tough. So this first piece is called Hunter's Moon, and it's got a really beautiful melody that you'll hear throughout in all the different sections of the orchestra. So this is Hunter's Moon. So, the next piece that we're going to play, it's called Winter Stars. And if for most string players, we find playing slower tunes a little bit more challenging, especially at this age. They're working on their vibrato. You'll notice their hands, especially in this orchestra. You might see them moving around as they're playing. It's enhancing the tone quality. We're talking about really mature sounding phrasing in this piece. But this is a really beautiful, slow piece. And Karen, back there, can you see me, Karen? All right, Karen plays piano also. And so this has given us an opportunity for her to step over and play piano with us. So this is Winter Stars. while we get situated again, our next piece, I'm assuming a lot of you will recognize it as it's based off of one of the most, I think, one of the most, there's so many popular tunes played in the string world. It's based on a solo violin piece from the Four Seasons. How many of you have heard of the Four Seasons? I mean, yes, we know our Four Seasons, but I'm talking about the piece written by Vivaldi. How many of you have heard that before? So this is not the original, but this is an arrangement based off of that. This is by far the toughest piece that we've played this year. Just the different finger patterns that we have to learn and the different styles. It's been I think a fun challenge. They might not agree with me, but I think it's been great because I love the piece and I've really liked seeing them grow as musicians while we're playing this. So this is called In Winter. We have one final selection for you, but before we play it, a couple things. First of all, it's in the program, but I'm going to mention publicly Mr. Quinn, who's the orchestra director here at Athens, yes, who worked with the current 7th graders and 8th graders in 6th grade. He did so much to help put this together also. He made sure that we had our music stands, and he's got the stand lights that we're going to utilize in a minute. If you guys need them and you want to turn around, you can do that. But just the ability that we communicate and work together, I really appreciate all that he does. To help him out, I am going to request help from parents, if you wouldn't mind afterwards. So there are 90 chairs out here that I set out before the concert. I would like help, please, stacking them on the chair racks beforehand so that Mr. Quinn doesn't come in to see that. And also the music stands on the stand racks. It's going to take the students a little while to pack up their instruments and get ready to go. So if parents, you wouldn't mind helping me, that would be an enormous help. I can't even explain. So, and I think that's it. Are we ready? This is our grand finale. I know you're going to love it. So here we go. second. Okay, thank you all for coming. A couple quick little things as we are wrapping up. Sixth graders, I'm gonna let the musicians leave first. Okay, so sixth graders, why don't you stand? Yeah, you're right. Okay, so it's a tradition. I know it's not that cold out, so actually ice cream sounds really good right now, don't you think? So they worked so hard. I mean, their throats are dry. They could use a little sweet. If you wanna go get some ice cream and celebrate this fabulous concert.